Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nevermania 2022. Your Nevermore nerds, the Midnight Bard, and the legendary Dare Bear have come here to throw down. I want to say hello to everyone who's in the chat. We have Hair Racing Narratives, As the Raven Dreams, Creepy Clown Girl, PA Nightmares, and you are in for a treat because today, Dare Bear and I will be settling who would win in a battle between people that we chose.
And I'm going to win.
Dare says he's going to win, but I think that I'm going to win. So here's how it works. Dare and I both chose 5 different combatants, and we are going to pair them against each other, and we will need your help in the chat. Because what we're going to do is we're going to roll a dice to see who, welcome King of the Canadian Hill. We're going to roll dice to see who is going to fight who, and then we're going to roll dice to see what the conditions of their battle are. I think the easiest way to do this is to just go ahead and get started, and we're going to show you guys exactly what we mean. So let's start by swapping over to our combat zone. Boom. Welcome to Nevermania. And Dare, you have 5 combatants which I've labeled 1 through 5, and I have 5 combatants which I've labeled 1 through 5. And what we're going to do is I'm going to roll some dice to decide who is going to go first. So let's see here. Swapping over to the roll D20. Whoop. Nope. Wrong. Excuse me.
You swap over to that D20. It's going to ruin your life because my fighters are ready. My fighters are going to take you down.
Okay. Morning, Lord Mordor, who has just arrived. So we're going to roll our D20 here. Well, we're going to start off by rolling a D6. We got 5 fighters, honestly. We should just like roll the D6 and see what it comes up with. But, well, I'm going to say that a 6 is roll again.
Reroll.
Yeah. And come on now. Roll, damn it. So Dare's fighter will be number 3. So number 3 for you is 1, 2, and 3.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Okay. Don't spoil it.
When we get both of them.
Okay.
When they meet in battle, that's when we'll crush you.
Alrighty. So I'm going to roll for mine. Mine will be fighter number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and swap back. There is a lot of windows open for me, so please bear with me. Boop. So our fighters are, mine is Godzilla, and yours is Kermit the Frog. So now we're going to go ahead and roll for the conditions. So we're going to get rid of this. We're going to roll a D20. I got to remember that I had to hit roll, not click on the die. All right, so condition number 19 is for me. Let's see here. Got to go to where I put the list. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the terrain. So the terrain is they are hanging upside down. Okay. Now, condition.
I may have a chance.
So next up, condition for Godzilla is number 15. So Godzilla has had a lot of candy and is experiencing the biggest sugar rush ever recorded. And
I have slightly less of a chance.
We're rolling for Kermit the Frog. His is condition number 17. He is playing with an inverted axis. So let's hear it from the chat. Who do you think wins? They are both hanging upside down, but Godzilla is experiencing a hell of a sugar rush, and Kermit the Frog is playing with an inverted axis. Let's.
I feel like the odds are just stacked against me in this one. Like,
I feel like you're right.
Like, a sock puppet, well, not a sock puppet, but a puppet nonetheless.
Yes.
Versus a 70,000 foot tall space alien dragon.
Yeah.
This is rigged. This is rigged, Bard. This is
You
Think of
chose
it,
Kermit the
rigged.
Frog as one of your fighters.
I thought we were doing puppet fights. I thought there's all gonna be puppets.
uh,
That's why I
well,
was like, Kermit's the strongest of all the Muppets.
depending on the era of Godzilla, it could also be a puppet. Well, not really a puppet, but like a guy in a suit, made of recycled Michelin tires. But according
So
to
we're going with a guy in a suit made of Michelin tires with a guy with a frog on his head. It's
yes,
just punching each other.
while they're hanging
The,
upside
well,
down.
while they're hanging upside down, your guy is like wigging out on candy, and my guy is like having to figure out how to move by going opposite of what he knows.
We have several team frogs here. We have Creepy Clown Girl says Team Frog. Lord Mordor says Godzilla literally kills Kermit on accident. King of Canadian Hill says Team Frog because you can't kill a puppet. Let's see.
How do we do a poll?
How do
Do a poll?
Yeah, you know what? We could do a poll. You got the option, Dare Bear. So let's do the poll.
I am struggling to figure this out.
We swear that we do this all the time, everybody. This is not our first time live streaming.
Will help.
Oh man. Sorry, like my back just popped and it was the most relaxing feeling I've felt ever. King of Canadian Hill says, "Sippy sip the tea too. Both got hot breath." Like, I'm picturing Kermit the Frog doing like the thing that you see in The Last Airbender where he takes like a sip of tea and then just like spits out fire.
Yeah, that's canonical. Kermit is now General Iroh.
Lord Mordor says, "Wait, new opinion. The guy in the sugar rush inside the rubber Godzilla suit suffers from heat stroke."
I like that. Just instantly, they're taking the
It,
50-foot giant
it,
down.
it,
Like,
sounds, it sounds to me like Kermit the Frog is taking this one. Like,
I feel like that's true. I feel like Kermit the Frog is the winner, and I think that's a 1-0 for old Dare Bear.
all right, like I will go with this one. That there was actually it's a tie because when you look at it, okay, so it's King of the Canadian Hill plus Creepy Clown Girl are both Team Frog, and then Lord Mordor was on Team Godzilla, and so is PA. But wait, actually, Lord Mordor changed his position. He said that guy suffers a heat stroke. So yeah, that's a 3-1 victory in terms of Kermit. So Kermit the Frog wins the first one. Dare Bear is victorious in this round, but I'll get you in the next one. I'll get you in the next one.
You won't get me. My fighters are ready. My fighters are willing. My fighters are able.
All right, so let's switch off to. Hold on just a second. Let me take Godzilla off of here because he has been defeated. All right, and let's see. Like I said, there's a lot of windows, so please bear with me. We're switching back to the dice. Roll. We're going to roll for you. That is number 1. And number 1 for you is someone that I can't say. I can't say. I know.
You can't say.
Okay, we're going to roll again for me. I swear I keep clicking the die, and that's not what I want to do. My fighter is going to be number 2, and number 2 for me is... Okay. So now we're swapping back to the window of Nevermania, and here's what we got. We got Totally Awesome versus Goku. Now let's roll dice for conditions. All right, firstly, the terrain. I'm going to learn how to roll these dice, I swear. The terrain, number 3. Terrain number 3 says... in space.
Okay, that's good for me. That's good for me.
All right, now condition for Toad is, let's see, rolling. Condition 16, so has a rock in his shoe and it's really annoying. And condition for Goku is, condition 6, is wearing rollerblades.
So the conditions don't even like affect
Yeah,
the people
don't even affect him in this
Toad,
one.
Toad doesn't wear shoes, and they're in space, so Goku's just floating around anyway. So the rollerblades don't do.
So they're in space, and what's it called? I still think that okay. I kind of picture that Toad will be wearing shoes in this one, and it just so happens that his shoes has a rock in it. But yeah, I think that that's what we got going on here. Goku, on the other hand, is wearing rollerblades, and since they're in space, I don't think that really matters. Uh,
I found out there's a button on the chat that you can click to create a poll. I do not have access to said button.
all right, we already have some opinions here. CCG comes back one more time saying Team Frog, or actually, no, she just Team Goku. Never mind. Hair Racing Narratives has a question. He says, "Is Goku allowed to go Super Saiyan in this one?" I'm gonna say
we're going to say no.
uh,
Base form Goku.
base.
I'm gonna give you a handicap.
Okay, base form Goku.
Base form Goku.
You're actually not giving me a handicap because if he were to attempt to go Super Saiyan, Toad would activate,
You could
detach a
negate.
material, negate, and I would take him from my team.
I feel like that's cheating. I feel like that's cheating.
Yes.
Well, I mean, any of his moves that he uses other than just a normal attack would be activating one of his abilities, correct? So, like, he can't use the
Oh,
Kamehameha.
technicality.
Can't
Lord Mordor has just pointed out that they would both suffocate in the merciless void of space. This is true because Goku cannot breathe in space.
So, who would suffocate less quicker?
Who can hold their breath more?
Who can hold their breath more for this fight of the ages?
I
Two frogs and an orange, or a superhuman Goku being?
I don't know. Shoot. Here's the thing. Goku, like, enemies have attempted to suffocate Goku in the past. Frieza held him underwater. And it was super effective. I feel like toads would hold their breath better because they're amphibian. So they're used to holding their breath in the first place. So
I could see that.
they
also, it's a trio. It is a trio that you have there because it is two frogs and an orange. And oranges don't have to breathe.
True. So I would say definitely totally awesome in this one. That's me, though. Let's take it to the chat. What do you guys think? We have a Team Goku from CCG. Lord Mordor pointed out the suffocating. We have a Team Goku from Hair Racing Narratives. King of Canadian Hill asks, Goku is clumsy, right? He can't rock the blades. That's true. Yeah, so
just floating in space, like actively tripping over nothing,
actively
just because he has roller skates.
Meanwhile, Toad is trying not to move because he's got a rock in his shoe.
But it's in between one of his toes there, and it's like in the webbing, and it's just a mess.
I'm seeing 2 Team Gokus plus PA Nightmares was Team Goku, so that's 3 Team Gokus. And now we have
42 looks like a totally awesome.
42 is a totally awesome. So is King of Canadian Hill. Welcome September Dragon. I think I saw another Team Frog in there. Did I?
Maybe.
Or am I imagining that?
You may be imagining that. I don't know. Looks like another victory for old Dare Bear.
Let's see. Yeah, so it looks like we got more Team Gokus than Team Toad. So, yeah, you got me again, Dare. But this
you You may be able to win in Yu-Gi-Oh, but when it comes to nonsense bullshit, I am the king. I am the champion. I am the cream of the crop that rises to the top.
Yeah.
Tower of power. The sky is the limit, baby.
You got the smack talk down, but we will see. I still stand a chance to come back from this one. So let's see what we got here. We're gonna roll for the next fighter, and okay, that'll be fighter number 3 for me. I think that was okay. Got it. And for you, that will be fighter number also 3. So
I'm assuming we're not going to use the same ones over,
no.
or are we using the same? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Like, so if we land on one that's already happened, then we just kind of re-roll. So now we're gonna roll for terrain. So that is terrain number 4. Terrain number 4 is in total darkness.
Oh, interesting.
All
We'll
right.
see who has the better night vision.
Condition for me, number 9, is very thirsty. Condition for you, number 18, has had 2 days of prep time. Damn it, I already see this going wrong for me. Here we go. Anya Forger versus the Ravens.
Oh, you're done. you have a small child versus 2 well-prepared ravens.
2 well-prepared ravens. However, they are in total darkness, and Anya can read minds. The only problem is she is very thirsty.
She also is competing against 2 minds that she has to read.
Yes.
I feel like the minds would just be like, it's really dark and we can't see.
It's really dark and we can't see. We had 2 days to prepare for this.
We had 2 days to prepare for this, but we didn't bring night vision goggles.
But like the condition is it's got to be in total darkness. So I mean, like, you could bring flashlights if you want, but they won't work. It's total darkness.
Yeah, it's like the spell from D&D, darkness.
Yeah, exactly.
It's no light.
No
No
light.
light at all.
Yes. So you have a 4-year-old who can read minds and who is just a renowned little shit versus two ravens who are in the dark with 2 days.
2 ravens who have had 2 days to prepare their fighting styles, their fighting methods, their fighting prowess.
Okay, so what do we got here? We got let's see. We have Team Raven already. King of Canadian Hill says the Ravens win. We have PA Nightmare says Team Raven. September Dragon says Team Raven. Lord Mordor says corvids, crows and ravens, are the most intelligent birds in the animal kingdom, known to employ heavy tool use, exchange information in networks, and play other creatures against each other. Creepy Clown Girl says Team Raven. And PA Nightmare says he fully endorses the bullying of small children. This is just a landslide, and I think they're just winning because they're the people's champions. I think that's all this is. Let's see.
It didn't help.
It didn't help.
That I got a positive boon of the 2 people versus the 1 small child. I had 2 days to prepare, and the small child is very thirsty.
And the small child is very thirsty. So I don't know. Yeah, King of Canadian Hill says Dareinger picked well. I think that's true too. Let's see. Yeah, so I mean, like a very thirsty child who can read minds, sure, but like I also feel like there's kind of like a language disconnect between reading human minds and reading bird minds. So like
Yeah,
there would just be like like raven caws.
yeah. It's have you ever tried to speak to Raven like just one on one? It's hard because he doesn't speak English. He speaks Raven,
He speaks
which
bird.
is it's bird. Yeah. So it's
Ah,
like even though they're thinking, where is this little shit? Let's get her. All Anya's hearing is caw,
right.
caw.
Well, actually,
And then like
no. Come to think of it, because there is the episode where she reads penguin minds. It's something she can do, but she has to concentrate hard. Uh,
well, but do penguins think in English though?
do they
We have
think
to
it
ask ourselves that.
compared to? Well, I mean, their voices were coming across in
I
English, so
well,
I assume.
ravens are one of the birds that are able to mimic human speech, so they can speak in English. So she may be able to. Maybe the ravens do think in English. Maybe they are like one of those duos that Anya would be able to read their mind.
Maybe, but that still leaves the question. None of them can see because it's absolute darkness. And what is it? The Ravens have had 2 days prep time. How would they prepare for this kind of battle?
Well, they would be taking care of Tyler. They would like take Tyler out for walkies, and
That's it. They would perform all of their chores, so that way there's no chores. So
they just do their like normal life, and then they're like, "We're gonna go beat up this small child in a pitch black cave or something."
yes.
It's like mentally psyching themselves up, just
Mentally
like
psyching themselves up. That's what it is. They got plenty of rest. They slept well. They had hearty meals. PA says Anya is dehydrated, so she can't think because she can't concentrate to read bird minds. Um, According to Lord Mordor, ravens are smart enough to find sources of drinks, then remove them, leaving Anya to succumb to thirst.
I like that. It's just supposed to be like a fight, and then Mordor's over here like, yeah, the Ravens are gonna kill Anya. they're just gonna they're just gonna take away her any water, and she's just gonna just thirsty to death.
Okay, but here's a question. I have to ask this: how susceptible are the ravens to cuteness? Because Anya does have that cute factor. Like,
Um,
is it possible that the ravens might be won over to, instead of bullying this small child, adopt her so that she's raised by ravens instead?
well, see, Raven himself, yes, Raven would be like, I can't hurt this small child,
Mhm.
too adorable. Patience, cold blooded killer.
Oh Lord. Okay, so I guess this is a tough one for me. So let's see. What does everybody think? We already know that we got several Team Ravens. We got PA is Team Raven. Creepy Clown Girl is Team
CCG
Raven.
is, yeah,
I think September Dragon was Team Raven. So is King of the Canadian Hill, and even
by
Lord
all the
Mordor. So
I was gonna say by all the like Raven facts that Mordor's dropping, I feel like he's on the Raven train.
yeah. So this is a landslide. Ravens win versus Anya. So
I keep doing these WWE taunts that no one can see because it's like I don't have a webcam or anything on. You can't see. I'm over here doing RVD, and it's just like no one sees that.
no one sees it, but but feel free to.
Why am I fighting a child?
Exactly. Like, why would Raven even fight a child? He would not. He is
Well,
too good.
see, we got done discussing that one, Raven. Of it wouldn't be you fighting him. It would be more of patience fighting him because you'd be like,
Correct.
oh. She's too innocent and adorable, and Patience is just like, I don't care. I'm a punch her in the face.
Like, I came here to win. So, all right, let's move on to the next fight. Here we go. Rolling dice. The next challenger is, for me, is number 6, so I roll again. Is number 4. Let's see here. So that is... Oh, this will be a good one. All right. And for Dareinger, it's number 2.
I remember one of the two of my
Number
fighters that are
1.
left.
I'm rolling until I get a number that hasn't come up yet. So please bear with me. Number 5. All right, cool. That is one that we can do. So let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. This will be a good one. And let's go ahead and select the terrain. The terrain is number 6. I don't know if you've done number 6 yet, but oh, no. Okay, so the terrain is a crowded restaurant.
That's always like the perfect place to fight somebody. Just your local Denny's in the morning. Everyone's hungry. They just want their grand slam.
There will be a grand slam in this round. My condition is number 2, which is suddenly 30% smarter.
Good, that's good.
Your condition is number 15, which is one that we've had already, so let me just roll it. That's the candy one. So I'm going to re-roll. Your condition is number 1. Oh, no. Your condition is number 1. Your fighter has the runs.
Okay, you may win this one.
That is Ultra Instinct Shaggy, who is in a crowded restaurant and is 30%
smarter
versus Team Ruby, who all have the runs. Who wins?
This is something that I don't want to think about, Bart.
Oh, man.
This is something that I don't.
Yes.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes.
We got it. Yes. Ultra Instinct Shaggy. Who is 30%.
This is a mess in so many different ways.
As we know, Ultra Instinct Shaggy is so powerful that at 30% of his power, he can defeat Exodia. So...
And he's smarter.
He's smarter now. And he's 30% smarter, yes. So...
Like, I don't know how smart he was to begin with, but he's 30% now.
Well, he's got Ultra Instinct, so it doesn't matter how smart he was because, you know, like, he's always, like, aware of your opponent's next move before they even think of it.
Yeah, but he can play like 4D chess with himself while fighting now because he's that smart.
This is no contest. Shaggy is the most powerful in his home terrain, which is true. Shaggy's always hungry, so he's
in a diner. Yeah. That's just wow. This is rigged. This is rigged. No one in chat can argue with me that this one is not rigged.
You said the same thing about Godzilla versus Kermit, and somehow you ended up taking that one. So,
well, that would you. Okay, we both kind of spun it. It was a guy with a puppet on his hand versus a Michelin tire.
Yes. According to PA Nightmares, some would say this is a real shitty situation for you, Dare.
It's a horrible situation. I've got these 4 girls just in a diner with the runs trying to fight with basically a god.
I'm going to take this to the next level. In a diner that is crowded with the runs and 1 bathroom.
You know the bathroom's already being used.
Oh, and you know that there's somebody already in there. Yeah, this is like Sunday. This is a Sunday morning Denny's or a Sunday morning Waffle House after church. So,
Sister Patricia went into the bathroom.
Yeah,
She always takes her time.
Sister Patricia's
God bless
also
her
like
soul, she takes her time.
96 years old, you know? So
Well, she has trouble getting around now, but she loves that Grand Slam special, the early bird special.
early bird special, but man, it's got too much fiber. So she's going to be here in just a little bit long. So I swear. I'm sorry, Dare, but this exactly as Raven says, this was over the second it began.
Yeah, I gotta. I'm gonna agree with chat on this one. I think you finally won. I think you made this a 3-1, so it's not gonna be a clean sweep.
Yes. Wait, Dare. Dare has a full team where Ultra Instinct Scooby Doo. Where is Ultra Instinct Scooby
Well,
Doo? I don't know. Is there an Ultra Instinct Scooby? I thought that only Shaggy had Ultra Instinct.
I don't know, but I will say that you just have listed Scooby or Ultra Instinct Shaggy. Where I have Team Ruby. Like if I would have just said Ruby, I would have said Ruby Rose.
Right.
But I said Team Ruby.
Yeah, I mean, like I could have put the whole Mystery Incorporated gang, I guess.
That I mean, I didn't stand a chance to begin with this one. If you just put like Mystery Inc. Ultra Instinct, I would have just been like, I don't know. I think I would have had to like overturn the past 3 battles.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Like we each have one fighter left, and so
We
we're
do.
we're gonna roll for the conditions, and we're gonna roll for the. And I swear I never knew that it was gonna end up like this, but here we go. We're gonna roll for.
See, I know who your last fighter is.
I know
and
your
I know
last
who
fighter
my
is.
last fighter is. So
Firstly, let's get the terrain. Terrain is number 20. So number 20 is in the Raven Pit.
it would have been. Do you have like? I'm just so since we have. This is our last one. We'll go. Let's go through all the terrains that we have.
Oh, sure.
That we had to. So number 1 was on top of a steep slope.
Yes.
That's just great. Number 2, in knee-high water.
Mm-hmm.
We had number 3, which was in space. 4, in total darkness. 5, free falling. 6, in a crowded restaurant. I just noticed all of the ones that we had were like the first 6.
Yeah, weird.
7, surrounded by sleeping jaguars. I didn't read these last night.
Oh.
8, in the rain. 9, hanging off the side of a cliff. 10, sitting in a crowded theater while the show's going on. That's just rude to fight in that situation.
Right.
11, on a roller coaster. 12, on top of a train. 13, on a tight rope.
Mm-hmm.
14, outside during a Texas heat wave.
That's a tough one.
No one wins there.
Oh, Anya.
They both get heat stroke.
Anya would have double lost because she was thirsty already.
15, the floor is sandpaper?
The floor is sandpaper.
That's just torture.
Yeah.
16, the floor is sticky.
Mm-hmm.
17, gravity is 50% its normal pull. 18, in a room where a loud alarm flares every 3 seconds. 19, while hanging upside down. That was our first one. And then 20, in the Raven Pit.
Yes, so like right now they are fighting in the Raven Pit. So let's roll for conditions before we read the conditions out loud. So condition for me will be number. We keep landing on 15, which is the candy one. So we're gonna roll again. Next one is number 9. We've already had that one too. That's very thirsty. So let's roll again. Number 17 is. Nope, we already had that one too. That's inverted axis. So number 19 is suddenly in love with their opponent.
Oh.
All right, and your condition is number 9, which we've already had. So let's roll again. Number 10, suddenly knows Kung Fu.
I may have a chance.
I think you might win this one. So let's go ahead and put it up. The last fighters is 242 Reeds versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan in the Raven Pit. But 242 is suddenly in love with Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and Hollywood Hulk Hogan knows Kung Fu.
So, so out of the conditions we had, we did get 4. Or we did get 3, which was is suddenly 75% dumber. We didn't get 4, which was has a gun.
Yes.
5 has to sneeze, but it just won't happen. We did 6, which was the rollerblade. 7 is wearing oven mitts that they can't remove. 8 with the sun in their eyes. 9 was very thirsty. 10 got 10. 11 is unaware that they're presently in a battle. 11 I'm going cross-eyed. 12 has a very big meal. Had a very big meal recently. 13 knows their opponent's next move if they can hold their breath for 5 seconds. 14 is sleep deprived. 15 was just candy. 16 we had, which was a rock in their shoe. 17 plays with inverted axis. We had that. 18 had 2 days of prep time. That was the Ravens. That's how they beat the child.
Yeah.
19 is in suddenly love. And then 20 can't remember that if they left the stove on and it's bugging. I suffer from 20 every single day.
Yeah. So here we are in the last battle, 242 Reeds versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan, but Hollywood Hulk Hogan knows Kung Fu and 242 is in love with him.
242 is now in love with the Kung Fu Hulk Hogan. That's what Raven said. That is the NWO Hollywood Hulk Hogan. That's the New World Order Hollywood Hulk Hogan. The Hulkamaniac, the Hulkster, Hulkamania running wild in the chat.
Okay, but 242 knows magic, and I feel like this is
242 is also 3 people.
242 is also 3 people.
So it's a triple threat versus the Hulkster.
Yes. So what do we think, everyone? The Hulkster may be strong and he knows Kung Fu, but he doesn't know no magic.
But does 42 want to hurt the man that she's suddenly fallen in love with?
She doesn't have to hurt him. She knows magic. She can subdue him.
But does she want to do? Because she is suddenly in love with the Hulkster. Look at that mustache. Look at that walrus stash.
Yeah.
Perfectly going down the face of the Hulkster. Hulkamania. Hulkamania, sky is the limit, tower of power.
42 herself in the chat says 42 is the yandere. So she's got no problem hurting him, like just
I'm seeing a couple. I'm seeing some Team 42, Team 242s.
I'm seeing a lot of Team 42s. What is it? There is let's see, what was I gonna say? Something that we've been ignoring, which is the Raven Pit, which, as we know, is a pit that can trap ravens. Which what's it called? Given that the Ravens had already won their fight against the Anya Forger, they have proven their might. However, the Raven Pit conquers even the Ravens. So 42, since she's the one that has the stream where the Raven Pit made its debut, I feel is perfectly at home in the Raven Pit.
Well, see, that's the thing too. Is that's where the Ravens fought Anya. It was just they closed. They put a tarp over the top, so it's just completely dark inside the Raven Pit, and that's where the battle happened.
Helix 416 says 42 will win, no issue. So
yeah.
This is the battle of muscles versus magic, but I feel like Magic it has the edge in this one, particularly because of our terrain.
I just like that it gets to the last two, and I'm like, okay, his last one's 42. My last one, Hulk Hogan. Okay, and then you rolled a 19 for 42. It was just like, how could this get any better? Hulk Hogan now knows kung fu. Okay.
Plot twist: they fall in love, run away together, and live happily ever after. In which case, would you call that a draw?
That sounds like a scenario in which it would be a draw, but I do see a lot of 42s
That
in the chat.
there is a lot of
I'm
42s in
seeing
the
a lot
chat,
of
so
seeing a lot of 42.
I will say 42 wins this one.
I'll say that 42 wins this one, but I'm gonna say that HR Narratives is correct, and they both they realize their differences and they truly fall in love, and then they go off and they live in happily ever after.
They
As the new tag team world champions, Tower of Power, Hulkamania, 42 Mania is running wild.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Then she gets into a career in like professional wrestling too, as Hulk's, like magic support assist character. So the Hulkster goes in for the punching and the brawling and the kung fu fighting, and 42's in the back just like sniping fools with fire spells.
Now, I'm not too familiar with wrestling, but I think sniping people with fire is stipulation for a DQ. But that's in the
Well, you'd have to argue with them over that, but
their
I
career.
don't.
That's for them to decide later on.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, yeah.
well, I'm not going to argue with 42 and Hulk Hogan. I don't want to die. I don't want to get shot with
The
sniper fire.
the ultimate duo, and as the Raven Dream says, that is an anime I would watch.
God, I can we like contact someone in Japan that does anime and be like, can you make like an anime where Hulk Hogan falls in love and they become like tag team champions?
Oh, that'd be crazy. But I do have to say this. Out of the 5 fights that we had, I won 2 with Ultra Instinct Shaggy and 242, and you won the rest with Goku, Kermit, and
The Ravens.
the
How could
Ravens.
you forget the Ravens?
I
The duo of power.
the power duo, the Ravens, who defeated a small child who was thirsty and in the dark. I hope they're proud.
I will say I got awfully lucky with both the first one and the third one.
Right.
'Cause
Now, that being said, Dare Bear, what do you say?
bud.
What do you say to one last bout where that counts for 2?
Oh, oh,
Okay, it counts for 2, right? So 2 points. So like this could either just make you win more, or it could put me over the top.
could make me win. Well, what are the conditions of this?
Here is the conditions, and I thought about this because I saw I was losing and I needed a way to come back. so here's the conditions. Firstly, let's hear you guys drop your name in the chat if you would love to be part of this next fight. Let's hear you say it. The people who are disqualified from this would be, of course, the Ravens and 242 because they were already a part of this. But if you would like to be in this next bout, let's see you drop your name in the chat. And secondly, you and I will be their tag team partner in this one. So you and me plus an assist from the chat. And we're going to roll for conditions, and we're going to roll for terrain. King of Canadian Hill.
King's mine.
Dang
mine.
it.
King's mine.
No. Actually, King, tell us, who would you like to, whose team would you like to be on? Let's hear it.
We all know who King wants to be on because King and I, we share a bond.
No,
We
okay.
share love. we share strength in our togetherness.
Okay. So we got team, I guess, sure. Uh
King of the
King of the
uh,
Canadian
uh
Hill. We got
I was trying to like fuse our names together in a way that was like cool, but I failed.
All right. So Dareinger, always sorry, Bart. It's all good, King. We love you all the same. It's okay. So I'm gonna see. Let's go with Hair Racing Narratives is with me. We're Team Texas. So here we go. We're gonna roll in Nevermania.
We got this, King.
Our terrain. Number one. Is it one that we've already had? Number one, on top of a steep slope. All right. Now, conditions for Hair Racing Narratives and me. Number 20. Can't remember if they left their stove on and it's bugging them. Conditions for you and King of Canadian Hill. Number 6. Is wearing rollerblades.
Okay, so hear me out. I know how little you are compared to me.
Okay.
We're on a steep slope.
Yes.
King and I, we're locking arms. We're locking arms in our bond, and we're just gonna roll down this hill and clothesline you, and it's gonna be over.
Well, here's the thing. So we're on a steep slope. So you guys are wearing rollerblades. You can't you can't get a good perch. You're rolling down.
Yeah, we're rolling down
Yeah.
towards you
No,
with
but
our arms locked.
we start at the same level though. You know, we're not starting lower. You're not giving yourself the advantage of the high ground out of the gate. We're on the same level.
Our love will allow us to go in reverse.
Our
back
love
up.
will allow us to aim higher. Meanwhile, what's it called? Hair Racing Narratives and I, we're from Texas. We're Hill County up here.
Yeah, but you guys are just you're standing there just like scratching your chin like, did I leave the oven on? I need to think I need to remember this because if I did, I could burn my house down. So you guys are just you're just thinking, you're just tapping your head, scratching your chin. You're like, did I leave my oven on?
King of Canadian Hill says he'll fling Dareinger up and at us. Let's see. And Hair Racing Narrative says all we have to do is move to the side and they will roll downhill. That was exactly precisely my tactic. I'm like, we don't even have to engage in a fight here. We just have to keep backing up and let gravity do the work because they're on a steep incline on rollerblades.
Well, I'll let you know this, King. He is stronger than Hulk Hogan. He is stronger than Ultra Instinct Shaggy. He is stronger than all of our fighters combined. So when he says he will fling me up at you guys, he is throwing me with the intensity of 17 cannons.
All right.
Launching my fat ass right at you.
Here we go then. Let's up the ante. Second condition. Condition number 17 for Hair Racing Narratives and I. We playing with inverted axis control. I hate this. All right. Next up, next condition for you. Condition number 14. You guys are sleep deprived.
I'm always sleep deprived. Good job. Just you're operating as normal, Dare. I didn't get home till 4 a.m. last night, and I've been up since 8. I'm running on very low fuel right now.
Okay, so King, being a moose man, according to Raven, on rollerblades on a steep incline, and is sleep deprived, along with you, Dare, and me and Hair Racing Narratives can't remember if we left the oven on, but now we're playing with inverted axis. And Uh,
Even like King's like, that's me too. I'm always sleeping. And Raven even confirms that it would literally have no effect on me.
So I'm just having a hard time picturing like this entire thing because it's just like, did I leave the stove on? Why am I moving left? Why am I moving left?
Yeah, you're like trying to scratch your chin, but you're actually like scratching your forehead.
Okay, but and hair racing narratives that I are just what do you call it? Trying really hard to just let
Oh,
gravity do the work on YouTube.
you by giving yourself the inverted axis, you both said you were going to move out of the way. You move into the way.
Hair racing
You messed yourself up with that one, buddy.
Hair racing narrative says the fact that we want to get home and turn off the oven is motivating us to win and get back home. So we have that fighting spirit.
But
Raven.
it is reversed.
All right, here we go. Up the ante again. Field, what do you call it? Terrain shift.
I there's so many of these conditions that if we get them, like if we got the 19 where we're suddenly in love with you, I constantly tell all three of you guys that I love you, so that has no effect on me either. I am the ultimate warrior when it comes to these conditions.
Terrain shift. We are now number 19, which is hanging upside down.
So we're hanging upside down.
Suddenly,
still on a steep slope, or
no. The steep slope is gone. This is like when the terrain shifts in like Super Smash Brothers, and you're suddenly on a different stage.
So King and I are hanging upside down, sleep deprived, in roller skates. You and HR have no clue if you left the oven on or not, and you are with inverted axis.
Okay, so we are with inverted axis. So now our which one's the one that goes up and down? Is that the X or the Y?
Yes.
Okay, so now that axis is perfectly okay with us because we're hanging upside down. So now it makes sense.
I don't think that's how it works.
One of our axes has been corrected.
You're still on the wrong y-axis.
So instead of hair racing narratives, I'm hair falling narratives. Da da da. Da dum dum. I love it. His King of Canadian Hill says, "My antlers are all wedged up. We're all good."
And he said, "I can hang off of him, and I can't read. And hang off me and kick you."
All right. So here's how we conclude this. We're gonna put it up to the chat as a vote. Who wins this tournament? I can't put up a poll because yes I can. Boom. Let's see. So ask the question, who wins? And we are putting the Texas Titans versus
the Canadian Kings.
The Canadian Kings.
I think it's canon that I'm Canadian. I'm honorary Canadian.
Boom. The poll has been sent. Who wins? Texas Titans versus the Canadian Kings. Let's hear it.
I like that Canadian is spelled with a K.
We got 4 votes and it's 50-50. Oh, Texas Titans takes the lead. Yes.
You can't vote for Texas Titans. This is rigged. Canadian Kings.
We got 7 votes and the Texas Titans are taking it, boy. We're 50-50 now. There's 8 votes. Will there be a tiebreaker?
There's 8 watchers, 8 votes. I think everyone has their votes in, Bard.
So
So it looks like
this ends in a
it's a
draw.
tie.
This is a draw. Okay, so I think that you can agree with me on this one, that this being a draw, I get 1 point instead of two, which makes this a draw altogether.
I believe it means that we both get 1 point instead of two, which
Oh
means I
no!
get four, you get three.
Oh, okay. I forgot that. Yeah, that's how a draw works. I was giving myself the point and not you one because So, so yeah, I guess GG's to King of Canadian Hill and Dare Bear, and thank you to my fellow Texas Titan hair raising narratives. We gave them what for. We fought as hard as we could, despite the fact that we couldn't remember if we left the oven on. And
We got him, King. Good
yeah,
job.
you didn't get us. It was a
Love you.
draw. It was a draw. But that being
My victory counts as King's victory.
that said, what's it called? That does put you as the winner of the first ever Nevermania 2022 with 3 wins, which was Kermit the Frog, the Ravens, and Goku. And to my 2 wins, which was Ultra Instinct Shaggy and 242 Reeds.
All I gotta say to you, brother, is just remember that the cream of the crop always rises to the top. Dareinger, Tower of Power, sky is the limit, and no one can bring us down from that.
All right, you earned your moment to do the WWE Smack Talk. You took this one. Congratulations. I am a gracious, very gracious loser. So I will accept that you have defeated me in this one. However, during the next Nevermania, it will be proven that I, the Midnight Bard, in fact, was just having an off day because I could not remember if the stove was on or not. So
I will not lose my title to you, Bard. It's mine.
I will come back next time, but I will double check to make sure that my stove is off, and I will also make sure that the door is locked because sometimes I walk away not remembering if I lock the door or not. So,
bro, same.
I know,
same.
right? That is the most annoying thing. Like, I'll go all the way downstairs. I'd be like halfway to where I'm going. I'm like, did I lock the door? Damn it! Let me turn around.
10 minutes down the road, and I'm like, I didn't lock the door, did I?
Yeah.
Turn around. It's like, I'm going to be late for work now, but I have to check.
Yeah, I have to check. Can't leave that up to chance. Like people might wander in and like see all my anime body pillow collections. We don't want that.
I don't want that.
No, I mean, like, I have all of my favorite anime characters, such as Hulk Hogan. But. With that said, thank you to everyone who showed up to the first ever Nevermania. Tune in next time where we'll have all new fighters, all new conditions, and all new terrains, where these colossal titans of fighting will face off again, and you'll have to find out whether Dare Bear's win today was truly earned or if the stove was just too much of a handicap, so that he took advantage of that, and the bard couldn't remember. Also featuring all of you, because you guys are the voice of the winners here in the Nevermore Collective.
I ain't no jabroni.
That's all I had. That's all I had.
I was like, you're cutting a pretty good promo here. I'm going to just let him do it. And then, yeah, silence.
But what was I going to say is, like, this was actually like a lot of fun. At first, we intended to have 100 different statuses.
It started off with an idea from you, and then it just kept evolving. And I was like, let's not get too carried away, but yes, let's do this.
Yeah, like 20 felt appropriate last night whenever I was trying to come up with them. I was like, can I come up with 100? I was like, you know what? Just 20's fine. But Yeah, like a lot of them, like I'm not even kidding. I was just like looking around the room. I'm like, what else? What else? What else? So it was fun. But yeah, so I think we're gonna call it early on this one. This was a fun stream. Dare Bear, congratulations on your win, and we'll be back at some point in the future to do it again. I think this was a
Yeah,
success.
it was great. Next time we'll have more fighters. We'll have more terrain. We'll have more conditions.
And hey,
But
you know what? We might even call on some of y'all to bring your fighters to the ring. How's that?
yeah, we,
Yeah,
we could we could do that.
yeah, yeah,
But you want to go through the chat real quick? Thank everybody for
yeah.
coming out. Thank you, King of Canadian Hill, CCG, Patience G, As the Raven Dreams, Hair Raising Narratives, September Audio. I'm gonna miss somebody. I don't want to miss anyone. Lord Mordor. I believe Helix was in here,
Helix
and
was in
then
here.
I did Gamma Akatabi in here. Yes, I did. Gamma Akatabi was here too, and 242 Reads and PA Nightmares. Thank you. If I missed you, thanks for everyone coming out, and take it away, Bart.
Yeah, so once you join the collective, you can leave Nevermore. We'll catch you next time. Until then, stay radical.
Bye.